Good morning from Zambia. Today I am going to roast the first coffee beans for Kakuli Coffee. And since there's a first time, and only one first time for every first time, I thought it would be good to make a video out of it. So, here we go. Out of my humble little kitchen, first thing you need is a roasting pot. We'll be using this roasting pot, which is a copper pot that comes from a very special family down in the Cape region, and this pot has survived many stories, including a house fire, also supplied hot water for jacuzzi at some point. Second thing is a wooden spoon. This is a very special wooden spoon from Daniel Nell and Steph Nell's wedding. We'll be using this wooden spoon to stir our beans while we are cooking. You also see that on our packaging, the description of what a kakuli is it comes from Daniel Nell. So that's his wedding wooden spoon. Then obviously also need some beans for roasting coffee. After the roasting is complete, we'll be cooling the beans down in this tray over here. Alright, let's start the fire. Alright, pot's ready now, and it's time for our beans to go in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add about 2 inches of beans to the pot. So we're about 5 minutes in now into our first roast ever. Beans are starting to change color, looking good, and I predict that I will need a beer very soon, a cold one. Alright, so if you listen carefully, you'll start hearing the crack of the beans. That's first cracking that we can hear now, and that's moisture release from the beans. So just a color comparison. This is what we started off with, and this is what we ended up with. So it turns out you definitely need to have a beer while you're roasting coffee. There's a lot of smoke involved, a lot of heat involved, but it was nice seeing the coffee beans go from this green yellowish color to a dark brown, and then almost like a black. Grind them up and then make our first coffee, and we'll let you know how that goes. Alright, so final step of roasting coffee is actually tasting the coffee. Okay, so it took us 2 hours to get to this point where we can actually taste the coffee. We've roasted, I would say maybe, 1.5 kgs of coffee, and ended up with these 2 bags. That is definitely a lot less than 1.5 kg of coffee at the moment. That is a very good Kakuli brew. Over and out from Lusaka, Zambia.